What's up, guys? We're out here at Blue Shark enjoying a beautiful day, as you can see. So I want to do my talk today. I want to talk about the Beachbody Challenge, which I'm hoping we get to start sooner than later. We've been really anxious to start this and get going, so as soon as we're back together again, we're going to be able to we'll be able to get started with the Beachbody Challenge again. We had some of the most incredible results. Speaking of, Caroline, what's up? We had some of the most incredible results last year from some of our participants. It was by far the best challenge that we've ever had. And what was cool about the challenge, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but what's so cool about it is that it's not a challenge in the typical term that you think, like weight loss challenge or whatever. It's the exact opposite of that. We use that term to kind of give people a little bit of a pull so they pay attention because that's what you're used to. But the reality is the Beachbody Challenge, and why we do the Beachbody Challenge, is because it's an opportunity to lay a foundation for habits that you're going to have for the rest of the year. And the people that succeeded in the Beachbody Challenge, all the people that finished in the top scores for the different divisions and the things we did, are all right now to this day continuing to use the things they learned in the Beachbody Challenge. You're going to get to see some great pictures and before and afters and hear some testimonials to that. But the Beachbody Challenge is not a challenge in the traditional sense. It's not a 6-week long sprint to the finish and see if we can make it and see if we can get the scale as low as possible. We're laying a foundation and it's going to be a launch pad for the rest of your year and for the rest of your life, really. So why we do the Beachbody Challenge, why do we call it a challenge when in reality it's not just one of those traditional challenges? A couple reasons. One, it's to give you a tangible place to start making some of the changes that you're wanting to make in the long term. So we want to give you kind of a tangible starting point. You can think hold your hand, so to speak, but we want to make it really tangible. I did this, I did this, I did this, I didn't do this, I did this. I did 4 of these 5 things today, and just kind of take a micro look at it so that you can start building and laying a foundation that is tangible. A lot of times we have goals, whether it's weight loss or whatever, we can't see the weight falling off, right? So it's going to be really hard to have tangible results. We can't measure it always by what is my time compared to this person who I maybe look up to or want to be like or whatever it is. It's not going to be that easy, right? So sometimes we need some tangible steps just so we know we're making progress even when we don't see it. It also minimizes some uncertainty. So for you, a lot of people, I think when they first start to make changes to their diet or to their nutrition, a lot of people start off and they think, is this working? And a lot of the uncertainty is where most of the stress is in your eating. And so what we're doing is we're trying to minimize the uncertainty by giving you some things that we know we have seen work over and over and over again, years past, and with our clients that are currently doing our nutrition coaching. So one, give you tangible place to start. 2, show you the full picture of health. So one of the great things about the Beachbody Challenge is it teaches you that the focus, as much as it is on the food and what we're eating, that's a huge part of it, but it also gives you a full picture of health. A lot of times the people who eat the best are also practicing good habits with their sleep. They're also making sure to stay hydrated and drink enough water. They're also the most consistent in the gym. It's very rare that you have someone who's eating well and not doing these other things well. So what does the Beachbody Challenge do? It gives you points and marks to be able to kind of take the whole view of your health and be able to kind of give you those tangible points, as we just talked about, to seeing the big picture and not just focusing on, did I eat pizza on Friday night or did I not? It gives you that broad spectrum. As you start to do one thing well, a lot of times it feeds into the other. Again, most of the time when people really start to see change in the things they're eating, it starts with being consistent with your water, being consistent in the gym, being consistent with going to bed at the same time, getting your 8 hours of sleep, 7.5, 8 hours of sleep, waking up on time. All those things kind of go together. And so that's why we want to give you a big picture of your health. The Beachbody Challenge helps you do that in a competitive environment early on. The third thing, experience having access to a coach. So shameless plug here, I do nutrition coaching. We started this about 6 months ago. We're seeing some incredible results. It's something that we've been wanting to do for years. But what it does, this Beachbody Challenge is going to give you access to a coach as a resource for you, as accountability for you, someone who's going to be able to check in with you, that you're going to be able to check in with. It's not going to be the coach's job to track you down and to chase you around. What we want to do is teach you we are here as a resource for you. quarantine or not, we want to be a resource for you. So what the Beachbody Challenge does is it allows you to experience what it's like to have a coach. If that's something that you're interested in doing, this gives you a smaller commitment. You don't have to commit to 12 months. It could give you 6 weeks to commit to and see and experience what is it like to have a coach. Hopefully you've experienced great coaching in the gym when it comes to your workouts. We want you to understand that we really are passionate about coaching you through your nutrition and through your eating. And so just as much as a coach, and these coaches and the coaches that are on our team have meant a lot to you in your training and taught you things that you then can do on your own, we're hoping that we can do that with nutrition. And so this is a chance for you to see what that's like. The last thing is just to continue and to build the lifelong habits that we want you to have after the Beachbody Challenge is over. Again, the people that do well in the Beachbody Challenge, the reason they do well is because they begin to develop habits. It's not that they just wanted to win so bad that they did something crazy for 6 weeks and then when they were done, it was over. What they did was, after 6 weeks, after 40 plus days of building these habits that seem simple, they seem small, together they collectively work into a really big deal and a really big change. And we saw people lose 5 pounds of body fat in 6 weeks. Just, I mean, insane things. Put on 4 pounds of muscle. You saw some people just have these incredible results. And it was a lot of times just building a small habit, something that they're going to be able to do for life. So with the Beachbody Challenge, we want to give you a tangible place to start. We know you want to make a change. That's where you start. The second thing is just to show the full picture of your health, to experience what it's like to have a coach and what it's like to be able to experience nutrition coaching and have that accountability and have that resource, and then ultimately so that you're able to develop these lifelong habits that you're going to have after the Beachbody Challenge is over. So it's a tricky name. It's not a challenge in the 6-week term. It's not a 6-week. It's a launch pad. It's a developmental time. It's an educational time that hopefully you're going to have with you whenever you get done with the Beachbody Challenge. You collect your reward for winning, and then you move on and continue those small habits. That is why we do the Beachbody Challenge. We'll always do that. It does not contradict with what we do with our nutrition coaching and our long-term view of nutrition and health. It's just a way for us to give you a taste of what that's like, and then hopefully give you some encouragement to keep going. Like Hunter always says, we always say our goal for the Beachbody Challenge is for you to not have to do it next year. So if it's something that you guys are interested in doing, we hope you join us, and then we hope you don't join us next year. Guys, hope you're doing well. We'll talk to you soon. Later.